What is going on, guys? We are back on the Beastlord and we've made some progress. We are level 44. As you see there, I just went home. I call it home, but I just went to Charval actually, to my trainer, and I got Riposte, which we could have picked up at 40, but I just hadn't been home. Didn't want to waste the time running there. It's kind of, I don't know, takes a little bit. Not a big deal. I went and got that, so that's low, so we'll be leveling that up as I fight. And what else did we do? Oh, we got, it's not there, but it's over here. We got Spiritual Light, which gives, see what I mean? See what I mean? Increase mana by 3, increase hit points by 3. Now, we talked about this in the last video. It says increase mana by 3 per tick, and then it says increase hit points by 3, period. Now here, it just says 3 and 3. This is so confusing. Like, does it give you life per tick? Because that's massive if it does. The world may never know. And then the slash my stats apparently doesn't have regen on it. You know, so bummer. It has like run speed and shit like that. Right now, we're currently minus 31 because we have... Whoa, where'd those guys go? That's dangerous. Anyways, so we are in Katakastelum. What the heck? Let me just tell him here. So we're in Katakastelum. And I should, you know, change my move speed here, but there's a couple of guards right here, aren't there? What happened to everybody? Where are they? I think somebody came and grabbed. Are they invisible? Are they grabbing shit while invisible? They were just there. Alright, let's see here. Let me get rid of fungal regrowth. There's a bard in here pulling everything, so he probably pulled that stuff. He's pulling stuff through a wall or something? I don't know how he snuck all this shit out on me. Here, let's put this on. This is a bad time to start the video. I just had mobs here, so my bad. We'll just let it ride, though. I had just killed this one to kind of like test my sound and stuff like that. But there was another mob right here. And that's a nice wide open space to kite mobs, though. I mean, shit. Anyways, he had an entire kite of mobs. I mean, I don't know, man. So, like... Okay, you're going to aggro shit in here. I'm probably going to ruin my faction, is what we're going to do here. But I killed 2 mobs just to kind of test the waters to see how it was. And I've been meaning to come here. This is like the counterpart to Sanctus Saru. So the bard is over here. Or he was, at least. And what's crazy is if you want some money, if you're a poor boy... and you just want to AFK, these bards don't even loot shit because they can't vendor because they ruin their faction. And they just leave bodies here. That guy's looted everything. Those things are like lore or no drop. What's in here? So they're still dubious. I don't know where the bard went. And I don't know where the mobs went. So that's interesting. Well, this is a bust. There's really not room for a lot of people here, obviously. Let's check this other mobs. There's some more mobs downstairs right here. So let's go check it out down by the bank. So there's the bard. He's not killing anything. So I don't really understand what happened. Those are light blue already? Well, that one's dark blue. That one's light blue. So, wow. Oh, no, that's white. Okay, perfect. Oh, shit. So here's some mobs. These are dark blue. So in some instances, you are going to end up pulling multiple mobs. Like these, you could single, obviously. I don't know about these. I think you're going to get 2. Let's go check this out. You do have a white con here. And a yellow there. That's interesting. These are also white and yellow, or blue and yellow. Okay. Well, I don't know what all the bard is pulling, to be perfectly honest. So we're just going to do our thing. I don't know where he gets all his mobs from. I'm assuming on that side. All the shit's up. This guy's padding around, so maybe we should wait and see where he goes and pick him off. So let's do that. Well, there's that guy too. We could probably just pick... Okay. Sorry. I'm going to figure this out live, so we're doing it. So let's grab this guy. Oh, that guy scared me. All right, let's grab this guy. And I think I'm going to start dotting. I don't know. They don't have that much life, but I want to get up my dot skill. I mean, my conjuration skill, so... I was thinking we're going to do that. But anyways, these mobs are pretty weak. I think they're in their late 30s. They're like around 38-ish, I think. Because there's a lot of mobs in this zone. Eventually, there's like a raid mob in this zone. Or maybe they're... yeah, they're not going to be there yet because they don't want you raiding Luclin yet. But eventually there'll be a raid mob in this zone, and opposed to Sanctus Saru, these guys drop gear. And the gear these guys drop, you can vendor. Now, we're a fat boy, and we can carry a lot. I did get myself some bags. But they drop weapons, and so, for instance, he only dropped 5 gold. But this sells for 5.5 plat. And then he also... he could drop like, I don't know, like 3, 4, 5 plat himself as well. Eventually we're gonna have to be careful because these things are gonna hate us eventually, so. But I don't think I care. I'm not cool here on the Necro. I don't really give a crap. My Wizard's cool here, and I think that's fine. That's fine. I mean, like, look. If you're a raider, I'm just saying, not that I've been raiding, but and then obviously you can't raid here yet, but if you are a raider, you're going to be hated with everything, because you're going to go kill Sanctus Saru, so you're going to be hated with them, and then you're going to go over here and you're going to kill whoever, I can't remember, and then you're going to be hated with these guys. So kind of no matter where you go, you're going to be hated. That's just the way it is. And now naturally, killing either or is going to boost your rep, but you know how it is. You know, it's easier to worsen your rep than to boost it. So I don't know, that he claps pretty good, but we came prepared. We have KEI and then my own spiritual light, so we're good to go on the mana regen. So we're just gonna get in here and tear it up. I should probably hit a pot. You know, why not? Let's hit a pot. We still have 51 pots and we're level 44. So we got to start using these bad boys. Let's see. Let's make sure the pet is taunting, which he is. I would like to get this kill in on the pot, maybe when he runs. So you guys tell me, the pet needs to be the appropriate level for items to proc, right? Let's see if we can beat the pet. Can we get the potion off before the pet kills the mob? Nice. Just in time. Yeah, right? I think that's got to be fairly obvious. I mean, these guys are dubious, so they're going to be pissed off at any moment. And we got to see how we fare with the 2 pulls. We don't have a root or anything like that. So we just got to see, you know, how it's going to go. Let's heal up a bit here. And then we'll see if we get 2 right here. We might just get 1. Hopefully we just get 1. Oh, let's kill this guy first. He still fizzles so much, man. We've put so much time into power leveling our skills, but then we go out and get a chunk of levels. And now we're like behind again. It just, you know. Maybe in our 50s we'll finally like catch up and be able to, I don't know, not worry about it too much. Anyway, so if you're worried about your faction with these places, I mean, if you raid, or if you plan on raiding, you're gonna ruin it anyways. So I don't know how much you're gonna care. The shields are lore for some reason. Let's grab this guy and see what happens. See what this guy does. Damn. Here, let's put him in here. Alright. See if we can get a breath off. We might need to stop breathing, because I am falling behind on mana. And if we're going to have some of these 2 pulls, then we're going to want to save our mana. I don't know the respawn rates, so we'll figure that out as well as we get surrounded in here and have to boogie. Anyways, so about the procking, I was informed that the, you know, a good weapon for pets is, you know, Axe of the Venomous Axe of the Velium Brood, which is super good on P99 because it procs at level 1, so it's like a mega twink weapon on P99, but they nerfed it here on Quarm. So, oh, god damn it, another bard. That's a different bard. This is like a bard zone. Bards are always in here, so it's probably not the best. Oh no, it's the same bard. So whatever, I don't know. I'll go over to this area, I guess. I mean, they can only, well, they can only, like, damage 12 mobs at a time. I think there's plenty. I'll just try to, I don't know, stay over here somewhere. Yeah, the XP doesn't seem to be that fantastic, to be honest. So we're kind of testing that out. Oh, man. We're not doing too good here. We're actually getting smoked pretty good. Hopefully we can get him to run. All right. So pulling 2 is kind of brutal. But they're like, I don't know, like, you know, bards can do their thing or whatever, but like, you're not gonna catch me feeling sorry for them if I'm killing, you know, some of their shit. It's just the way it is, right? I mean, they kill a ton of shit, so it's just hard to be sad about it, or for them. And that's fine. I mean, I'll play a bard or whatever. What the fuck? Why are you over here so much lately? Why here, dude? Like, you were just doing this over in the other area. Go back over there. Yep, so 2 pulls are tough. They're still dubious, so if this sucks, I can still get out of here alive. You know what's crazy is, like, I don't know, DSP was still really good XP, man. Yeah, so that's gonna be a 2 pull with a yellow. That's gonna destroy me. I don't think I could do that. Let's go see what's over here. Let's get rid of this. Let's put on, so let's explore a little more. Probably shouldn't have popped a potion, to be perfectly honest. You can grab that guy. That guy's a blue. That guy's a yellow. What is that? Gargoyles? Oh shit, really? That's kind of cool. Indifferent. I wonder if they social. What's in here? More gargoyles? Whoa. They must social, right? Somebody the caretaker. What is this about? This is pretty cool. I've never really been this far over here. I kind of want to kill a gargoyle, to be honest, but they probably social. Why wouldn't they? And, because they seem to be on a different faction, so I don't know. You hear something digging just to your left. Yeah? What is this? Flower on the ground? What is this? Mistmore? Dried floral bouquet. No drop. Alright. Some sort of quest item. Man, though. We're gonna, well... All right, let's do it for, let's do it just to figure it out. Where did buffs go, dude? No wonder I'm getting my ass kicked. I just buffed them before starting recording. Huh. Okay. Well, all right. Let's see what let's see what happens here. All right, so they do social, which we assumed. Shit. Okay, that's fine. That's not good, though. They're pretty slow, though. Let's let my pet grab one's aggro. They're really slow. I want my pet to have one of them, because I can heal my pet pretty damn good. Oh, my pet's... Okay, we're going to have to be a bard for a second here. Oh. Oh, shit. My pet's going to die. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. This is probably bad. Like, I should probably bail. Oh, fuck. Alright, I'm gonna bail. You think these things will aggro on me because I'm in combat with those things? Let's find out. So the answer to that's no. So if you have some sort of lull or something, you can just single out the gargoyles. So these guys seem pretty fast, right? We killed that guy. He's already back up. Why is he the first one to respawn? This guy's back up. So they're pretty fast respawns. Maybe that's why bards like him too. Pretty fast respawns. See, there's all this shit out here too. So he must be doing multiple pulls. Maybe he pulls all this shit, kills it, and then goes pulls all that other shit, kills that. Maybe. See, these guys are here. There's a bunch of stuff in here. All right. Well, I'm wasting my potion, so it is what it is. We got 51 of them. I'm going to get set up again, and then we'll get going in here again. All right. I don't know what level that bard is. He's anonymous, but... like, preferably, you go down the stairs here, and that's like a... it's a really bardy place to do stuff. So I don't know what level they are. Let's see. I mean, they're yellow to me. They... God damn it. Fucking... Alright, I gotta get out of here. Alright, okay. Alright, we're just gonna go outside, and we're gonna get out of here. We're gonna get out of here. We're just gonna get out of here. That's fine. I don't think it's that great. I don't know if it's because of my level. Maybe we should have came here earlier or what. But I just don't. I don't think that's the case because in DSP is actually super good, which is surprising to me because there's a bunch of blue shit out here. We're just gonna kill stuff, I guess. I don't want to deal with that shit. We got a potion running. It doesn't seem that great based off of very, very small sample size. Again, I just don't want to deal with the bard stuff. I don't know why the bard isn't grabbing the shit from down. Like, if you go down those stairs, there's higher level stuff, and you're a bard. One, I mean, they're free to do what they want, but they're higher level than me. So you, as a bard, you just want to kill higher level shit. You can kill reds. You can kill yellows, all that shit easy, because it doesn't touch you. It doesn't really resist you too much. But if I were him, I would go down there. It's more consistently white and yellow to me, which means it's blue and white to him, maybe. And it's just consistently higher level stuff. All right, let's kill this thing. But whatever, you know, free to do what he wants. That's where I see most bards down there. So we're in Tenebrous Mountains then, anyways. So the cool thing about that though is like the money, right? You can load up on a bunch of money. I don't know where you're gonna go sell it. I actually do. If you go on the map right here, if you go to Grimling Forest, there's like a town in Grimling Forest. You can run there and sell it if you wanted to. Also in Grimling Forest is an entrance to Charval in there? Isn't there? Maybe not. Maybe it's Acrylia Caverns. Yeah, I don't know. See, this is pretty tough, though. This guy's beating me up pretty good. He runs. That's good, I guess. So, let me just say this. One level ago, so we were level 43, running a potion at level 43 in DSP, still killing Yellonax and wolves and shit. Still getting like 120% a level an hour. 120% an hour. You know, at level 43 with a potion. I don't think we were going to get that in there. Let's check out this bat, see what's up. This is where the runner is. I mean, we are cool with them still. We're still dubious with those guys. We weren't in there long enough to ruin it completely. So if the runner were to spawn, we can kill the runner, and we can do the bag quest, the Relic Pack quest, I guess. But this is where I hang out on the Necro right here. Kind of crazy. We're already like kind of in the same zone that we hang out on the Necro with. See, these guys kind of fuck me up, though, man. I wonder what level these things are. Let's see. Try to look up some info here. Aww. I guess these guys don't like me. Oh, fuck. This guy's light blue, though. Okay, so let's take a look. What level? Fuck, dude. I'm like low on health, so they're gonna crush me. It's like if you're under 50% health, they just start hitting you from max constantly. It's EverQuest for you. Fuck. It's kind of the same situation, though, as DSP. I mean, most of the stuff goes light blue, light blue, light blue, right? With a dark blue. That's kind of how DSP looks, but DSP is still just... The mobs have less life, the mobs do less damage, and the mobs give more XP. I mean, that's really the... That's really it. That's how it works. So these guys are indifferent. What do we want to do here? My bear scared me. I thought that was gonna be a sonic bat or something. Well, boys, what do we want to do here? We can stick. I mean, this just isn't good. Okay, so what we've done in the first 20 effing minutes is Katakastelum seems pretty legit. There's a lot of spawns everywhere. You can get some money while you're killing stuff, but there's almost always a bard there. Maybe in a few levels, maybe at 49, we can go to the lower area if there's no bard there and kill those guys. But there's a lot of 2 poles, so you need a way to split poles. So yeah, you're probably going to want to split poles, and I don't know, you're probably sacrificing some XP for some money. So that's up to you. Maybe this is just how it's going to be now as we get higher. You know, maybe the zones aren't as fruitful as, say, like the Marsaroos and the DSPs. But I'm going to try to see if there's better XP somewhere. So yeah, the first part of this video is not that great in terms of progression, but got to show off Katakastelum a little bit. So you can make a decision on that if you wanted to. And I would say The mobs in Grimling Forest, the blue... These are like, there are too many casters and shit. I'm not killing these guys. The blue mobs to light blue mob situation. Oh, the entrance to Charval's and Hollow Shade. The blue mob to light blue mob ratio kind of seems similar. Maybe there's like a little more dark blues, so the level range is a little higher in Tenebris. But the mobs are just way more difficult, and therefore your XP per hour just seems to be kind of in the dumps. So, you know, as bored as you might be with DSP, if you can still level there and feel like pretty decent about it, I'd say just stick it out, stay there. I mean, there's a dark blue in this zone. This zone has a lot of casters. This is Grimling Forest. This zone has a lot of casters. You can see here, there's like a town. You can get ported here. This is where I usually get ported if I don't make the run myself. So you could run here and sell. If you say you were farming Katakastelum, you could like run here and sell. And run back if you were that concerned with the money. I don't know. I don't know what your concerns are or what your priorities are. But anyways, all right, I'm wasting time. Let me figure out something else to show. All right, what is going on, guys? We are back on the Beastlord. We are level 46, and we just anybody? We just left Dawn Shroud Peaks. And you know what? There were still some wolves that were blue at 46, but it became slim pickings. I grinded to 45. I thought I was going to leave, and 45 is a hell level, you know. And it was pretty slow. I didn't use a potion during that time or anything. Where'd my pet go? Oh, he's on guard. I forgot. On guard. Come on, dude. Embarrassing me. I think we can mez, so I'm not gonna fuck with that one. And now we're here. We are in Echo Caverns. Let me pop up the map. You can't see shit on that. That's not good for videos, I suppose. Okay, well. Sorry. We'll figure that out in a second here. I think I can just put like a background on it real quick. Background dark. So there you can see the map. That's where we are. There's two sections. We are in the lower section and right there. I don't know if anybody's slowing. So I'm slowing. I don't think anybody is because we are destroying everything. But I have a quick, cheap slow. My mana is permanently maxed because if you look to the right, you can see I'm buffed to the tits. My buddy, Alex Jones, came over here and full buff the group and everything. And, you know, we're right over there from Shadowhaven right there. You can see Shadowhaven is like right there. And, you know, from Shadowhaven, you're in the Nexus and the Bazaar and everything where everybody's hanging out, so. And then we're on this. Oh, whoops. What is that? Oh, no drop. So this camp is called TM. Stands for Taskmaster. That was his corpse that I just accidentally looted. You'll see him 50 million times, so no big deal. Bard is probably slowing now that I think about it. We did just pick up a Bard. This is a super popular camp. Usually, it's kind of like Paladol Caverns where there's always a group there. There's always a group here. Oh, shit. We're going non-stop, so... I gotta try and pay attention a little bit. Not typically in groups too often when I'm recording videos, but we're doing this one because the going's getting tough. We'll probably end up leaving the moon. We've made it this far with only going for our eye patch real quick, but we'll probably end up leaving the moon to get some Velks in, I imagine. Now, it would be cool if people actually used Grieg's End as a leveling spot, but they don't. They don't do that on this server for whatever reason. Maybe because it's a little bit of a pain in the ass. I'm not really sure why they don't use it. Maybe because Velks is just too good on this server. But usually, typically, when Luclin comes out, there are groups in Grieg's End, leveling groups. So, but whatever, there's not. So there he is, Taskmaster right there. Taskmaster Torkaz. And he has a bunch of like slaver skeleton dudes, undead slaves. And that's basically the camp. And then there's a bunch of other shit around, like the beetles and the fungal dudes that are they're in this room that we're in now. Get on him, bear. Damn. I'm used to not having to send my pet in because I solo so much. I get hit and then my pet attacks, but I'm not always getting hit here. Oops, there we go. I did pop a pot. Let me grab this guy. Oh shit, there's a stone grabber here already. Whoops. Not that we can't handle it, he's gonna pull even more probably, but... Not that we can't handle it. But, you know, obviously, if he's right there, there's no reason to aggro him. So we have a ranger, a necro, a bard, a beastlord, a cleric, and a wizard? Something like that. Maybe also an enchanter? Did I leave some down? No, a mage. A mage and an enchanter? I think I meant mage instead of wizard and an enchanter. Something like that. I don't know. Bunch of casters. Me and a ranger and a bard. The XP's okay. So, you know, in the last couple of episodes, you've been seeing me do like over 100% an hour soloing, and now we're in a group and we're getting 62% an hour. Well, it slowed down for soloing as well. It slowed down when I got to like 44. And then I hit 45, which was the hell level. And then I got through the hell level without using a pot. Well, I think I used a pot, but it didn't get me all the way through the hell level even. And, you know, so it's just getting tougher. Mobs are starting to beat my ass. I actually recorded a bit of a video where I go and check out Katakastelum. Maybe I'll put that on the front of this and then transition it differently instead of like I'm starting a new video like I did in this one. So maybe you won't even see it. I'm just telling you about that. You won't see it because I'll cut that off or something. But probably in the beginning of this, you guys saw Katakastelum, which didn't feel good. Now, I want to like retcon that and not blame Katakastelum. It's probably very good and fine. But I just hit a point in which it's just starting to slow down. You know, it was like in the blink of an eye. It went from like one level to the next and it just slowed down. So that's where we are now. So seeing as I'm probably going to put that on there. Yep, so we went to Katakastelum. That was... It felt slow at the time. The realization is that it's slow no matter what. It's a good spot. It's just tough with the bards, right? There's always bards there too. They're probably all anonymous, but who all Kata? I don't know if that works. Yeah, that works. It says there's only one person there and he's a necro. I guarantee you there's some bards there. There's at least one bard there, if not two. And they're probably anonymous. still this guy's aggro. It look like I'm not swinging. I'm on my pet, that's why. There's also like a named big ass beetle that spawns in this. Well, he can spawn in this room. He could probably spawn in other places too. His name is like Fireclaw or something like that. Just an oversized beetle. I don't know of any good drops or anything here. I'm not really sure. Nothing stands out that I can think of. But it's just good XP, especially for those who group a lot. You know, if you don't solo a whole lot. It's probably as good as it gets. Echo Caverns has pretty good XP. And you can ride this camp out until like level 51. Level 51, I think, is around start shitting the bed. They start maybe turning light blue around that time. Something like that. And then you'll probably start seeing... You'll start seeing people wanting to venture over to Velks. Now, on this server... Again, I keep saying like this server this server that. Every server has like a little bit of a different culture to it. And I would say TLPs, if you guys come from official TLPs and stuff like that, they're all kind of the same. They have their like leveling highway. But it's because it's the same people on like all the, you know, it's the same people on all the TLPs. And so it's the same kind of culture. And although the rule sets do change from TLP to TLP, sometimes it's not very drastic. If it's super drastic, it might change it up a bit. But for the most part, it's kind of like the same culture on the TLPs. So they do things one way. P99 does things their way, and that's not changing because not much is changing over there. And I would like to say, like the original Alcabor server, furthermore, the Alcabor project, TACP, and then furthermore, Project Quarm, these all probably have a similar, you know, style of doing things because they're all, you know, old school for the most part, but go to pop instead of Vilius. And so each server type will have its own meta and whatever, but in the previous iterations of classic pop lock, we'll call them, so the servers I mentioned, they how am I on my pet again? How do I keep I'm not even anywhere near F1. Why do I keep getting on my pet? I don't getting overzealous with the mouse click. I'm having major malfunctions here. Anyways, yeah. I know on TLPs, let's say, see for instance, TLPs, Luclin comes out, everybody goes to Greek's End. Whereas this server, nobody went to Greek's End. There's not a single fucking person in Greek's End right now. I'm not even gonna check. I just know. An Underbulk Claw, is that where this stuff comes from? -5 charisma, I'll take it. Looks more like a, I don't know, piece of chicken or something. Whoa, light blue already? What is this? Hey. This stuff out here will probably light blue before the room in here. The room in here with the Taskmaster and all his slaves and stuff, that'll stay dark blue longer, most likely. This is the first... Did I level? I haven't even leveled. This is the first light blue I've seen since I've been here. And where's my potion at? My potion's at 22 minutes. I'd say I've been here an hour. I didn't pop a potion immediately. I got here and kind of got a lay of the land, and might have even been here a little longer than an hour. Not sure. You know what I should do is buff my group. Let's do that. Well, I'll do it when... Yeah. I want to do it when the ranger's in camp so he can get hit with the buff as well. But I don't want to do it while we're fighting like the hardest mob of the camp. You know, it just feels like bad timing. But it looks like we'll be staying in here after he dies, so I'll do it then. So let's get Spiritual Light for the group. I now have a group buff. Feels good. Another light blue. As soon as I said, that was the first one I've seen. They've both been rock dudes, so that's promising. I also want to buff my pet here. But I don't know how long I'll sit here today. I'm 50, isn't that weird? I'm 57% into my level and 57% XP an hour. It just moved down to 56, but as I was looking at it, that's what it was. And now it's moved back up. So yeah, the XP per hour is going down actually. It went as high as like 78% for a while there, so it goes up and down. I don't know, just depending on pulls, I guess, but it's probably settling in, so this is probably about where it's going to settle. We've been here for an hour, but when we killed a mob, it went up like 3%. Seemed a little bit volatile, and yeah, I know every time you kill a mob, it moves, and then as you sit there, it does, you know, it moves down, but eventually it gets pretty, you know, stagnant the longer you stay somewhere. So the idea is to... I was going to retcon something else in the first part of the video too. Shoot, I forgot what it was now. I said something when I was in DSP, and then I thought to myself that I want to correct that. Oh well, I said something in DSP that I wanted to fix or correct, and I can't remember what it was now. I don't remember. Maybe, you know what it was actually? I think I wanted to continue on the thought about the Venomous Acts of the Villian Broods. I don't think I finished that thought. I think that's what it was, so I was supposed to finish that thought. So when I hit 49, I'll get a new pet. He'll be 39, so then he'll be able to proc the axes and their lore, but you can feed you know, a pet one lore and then grab another one and feed them the second one. They can dual wield lore items. We've already tested that on the previous Beastlord, right? We already did all of that testing and stuff. And on the previous Beastlord, we were actually, because he was self-found, we were, and he was hardcore, which plays a part in this. We were feeding him, we were dual wielding those quested snaring swords so that I could run and he would snare a mob. One, the mob wouldn't run from me and go aggro stuff, but two, I could kite stuff around that way because, you know, my gear wasn't very good as self-found and I wasn't able to tank as well. And I'm actually getting to I'm kind of getting to that point to where I'm getting my shit pushed in pretty good suddenly. It just, like I'm telling you, it just happened like that, like especially for you guys. I mean, you guys just saw me in last episode where I'm blazing through. I probably got like, I don't even know, 10 levels since like the last episode. I flew and I just hit a brick wall pretty good. But we're gonna get through it. And now's the time to, you know, start grouping and get some help and stuff. So that's what we're doing. We're in here popping potions and getting some help like I told you. I think I have, ooh, let's see, how many do we have here? 29 plus a 20. So we have 49 potions still. And we are level 46. So we have 14 levels and 49 potions. So we're going to make that work. And if I'm ever doing like, you know, which I will, at some point, you know, I'll be dad camping something here, dad camping something there. I'm not going to use potions in those instances, naturally. So any XP we get between here and there while dad camping, we won't be using XP pots, which is just going to leave us more for the later levels, right? Because we'll eat those up in the 50s, no problem. 50s are going to take forever. And hopefully we'll get some Velx groups. Even though we mostly leveled on the moon, and who knows what will happen. But I think the idea will be hopefully to get some Velx groups, right? Because that's where the XP is at. But most people I noticed, most people there are like in their mid to upper 50s, which isn't necessary in my experience, but that just seems to be what it is, because I think people are AAing there, and obviously if people are AAing, they're level 60. So if you're level 60 and you're AAing, what are you going to invite to your group? You're going to invite the low 50s dudes, or are you going to invite other level 60s who are also AAing, such as guildies and other stuff? So, you know, it's probably a little bit like that, probably. But I think there's no problems getting groups and stuff there once you're in the 50s, so that'll be something I look to do. This group is cool, right? Because we're staying on the moon and we're in a group, so anytime we can make that happen, we'll do that for sure. Like I said, this camp runs its course about level 51. We're level 46, so I mean, we got a solid 5 levels we could do here. Obviously, I'm not going to be in this group for that long, but, you know, if we can finish this level off, and who knows, like, start getting some good XP into the next level, or maybe even the whole entire next level, I don't really know. That'll be useful. What we really want to do primarily, ideally, is to get to level 49. That's, you know, and then we can look at maybe soloing a little bit again when we're 49. But we're in that tough squeeze spot where 46 to 49 is gonna be tough, and then once we get to 49, we'll get a little room under our collar where we can breathe a little bit, and or at least I think. I'm trying to think back on the other Beastlord, where I was at this level. I spent a lot of time, because he died at 57, right? I spent a lot of time in Karner's castle. I'm trying to think of when I went there. I don't really recall. But I was feeling pretty tough on that. I was feeling pretty good on that Beastlord, man. He had like no gear compared to this guy. No gear, no buffs like this guy has. This guy has Luclin buffs now, you know, KEI and shit like that. But I felt pretty good, and now I might be misremembering. It might have been a slog. I think it really was. I was playing a lot on that Beastlord. I was playing a lot. Slow that guy. I was putting in a lot of hours on that Beastlord, like behind the scenes and stuff. Which, you might think that on this guy, because I've been hauling so much ass. There's Fireclaw. But I really haven't. Like, look at this, you guys. And I don't know what it means, but let's do /played. It says I've been on for 5 hours. I haven't been doing shit for 5 hours. I've been logged in for 5 hours? Well, I think if you leave your character in the character select screen, I think that counts. But anyways, what does it say? My birthday. Oh, days played, 2 days, 5 hours. So we're about to ding 50 or 47. We've played 2 days, 5 hours. So we haven't been playing like that much outside of. We've only put out a couple episodes or a couple of videos. Like, where are we? We've put out 6 videos. This is video number 7 right here. So Yeah, and we're gonna be... Well, we're not gonna level probably in this video, but... yeah, whatever. By the end of this video, theoretically, maybe it's after I finish end the video, but by the end of this session, I'm going to be 47. So it's kind of like the wizard. I was looking back at the wizard playthrough, and the wizard really didn't have very many entries to the playthrough. It was very short. Wait a minute. I asked a 48 mage, but they're not replying. Somebody's leaving. Who's leaving? Doesn't matter to me. That means, what do you want to get replaced? Oh, so who said that? Mamimba? Or where is it? Mimi Bam Bam is leaving. Probably the mage. I'm sure we'll pick up somebody. Somebody had come by earlier, looking for a spot. Somehow I'm not targeted on the mob again. Oh, whatever. I mean, I honestly don't give a crap who we invite. We're just gonna wreck house anyways in a full group, you know. A shaman? It seems like a bad camp for a shaman, but I honestly don't care. Because they can't really dot stuff because it dies immediately. This is why necros don't get invited to groups. This is why I don't group on my necro pretty much ever. One, you don't need to / have to. But two, like, you have nukes. Shamans have nukes. And you can use them when applicable, but people look at your character as a dot-er. Shamans can heal, but we have a cleric. Shamans can backup heal, but it's not needed because we just wipe in the floor. Whatever, let's just kill him here, boys. We also have bard courses going and shit too, which helps the, the cleric. That's kind of like the backup heals in its own way. All right, so we got a 40 shaman coming. Should be just fine. And I'll stand up for the necros too. I know people feel that way when you're in a group that's just tossing salads and mobs are dying in 15, 20 seconds or however long this took. But I mean, and the reality of things is, necros can do other stuff. Like you can backup heal as well, like depending if it's needed. You can like twitch some of the casters sometimes, like the wizard or whatever. Obviously you can nuke and you can life tap and stuff. You have a pet. Pet does damage. You can mez shit if you don't have an enchanter or a bard or anything like that. Obviously you can mez ads and shit. And then if you have undead mobs, like this camp, you got undead mobs. Then you're really nuking shit. And then you could even slow shit. The slow's kind of out of control. It's so powerful. 70% undead slow is ridiculous. I'm kind of running out of ideas on where I'll go to level, just because stuff is proving to be really strong. Like, I know where to go, but I'm just not that capable of efficiently soloing there. So, for instance, Mons Latalis, right? Mons Latalis has dark blue mobs. They whoop my ass. They're not even that high of a level. They're like a couple levels higher than the Zelniaks and the Wolves that were in DSP. But they just whoop my ass. Then we have... where else did I... Oh yeah, then we have DSP. But we have the Raptors. So the Raptors and the Tribal dudes. Not the shitter Tribal dudes. But in the cave. So the cave is an event. It could either be Raptors, or you can kill the guy in the back and it respawns as Tribal dudes, you know, so on and so forth. Both of those, they're dark blues. They whoop my ass. Like I can barely even kill one. I might even have to kite it around, and the pet's hitting it in the back. And then eventually the pet will grab aggro, and then I'll put a dot on it and heal the pet, heal myself a few times, and then I'll start fighting again, then I'll grab aggro again, and I'll have to run because it beats the crap out of me. And it's a whole freaking thing. So, you know, it's crazy. And even the stone grabbers in DSP dumpster me. It's crazy. They've been blue for like 5 levels. 5 levels? I don't know. They might have been white 5 levels ago. But they've been blue for like 3, 4, 5 levels, some of them. And now I fight them, and they destroy me. They absolutely destroy me. So, it's just crazy. I don't know. I don't know what it is. It's just like mobs that are like 38 or lower are wet noodles, and then it's just like you're a 39 mob. Let's put way more damage, way more HP, you know, faster attack speed, like all the, I don't know, that's what it feels like. It feels like they just decided a level and they're like, all mobs above this level, dumpster. That's how it feels. I don't know that to be true. There's no science or research behind that, but obviously you can go to the website and look, but that's how it feels. Anyways. So how we're fighting that is by being in this group. This guy is just up all the time, this Taskmaster. That's cool, because he's probably the best XP. You know what I think I'll do is after we kill this Taskmaster, I'm just going to pause it. And then I'm going to keep grinding here. Grab a drink. And then I'm just going to keep grinding. I'm going to get my XP a little closer to leveling. And then maybe when we're like north of 90%, I'll unpause it again. We'll finish out the level. And have a proper ending to the vid. I guess we'll do it after this guy. Probably pop another pot, I guess. Because it kind of feels slow without the pot. Like, we're only doing 57 with the pot. I don't know, I gotta think about that. Alright, we're 90% in. that happened pretty damn quickly. Doesn't seem like I was paused for very long. But we're gonna finish this out. Just enough time to feed my cat, go to the restroom, get a drink, kill a couple mobs. Next thing I know, it's go time. But we did replace the mage with the shaman. See him right here. And there's a Thugadin double G. Looking for a group. Not sure what's going on with that. I don't know if somebody's leaving. And they're just like squeezing out a couple extra percent or what's going on. Somebody's tired of seeing my fat ass and shrunk me and my pet. That would be the shaman. Look, bro, I chose an ogre for a reason. Just kidding. Fat shaming me? The hell, dude. Any updates? I popped another pot. I guess that's how we know. We're at 44 minutes on the pot, so I guess it was about 15 minutes that I had paused it for. Oh, here's this guy's up. Can we pull him from here? No. I don't want to. I don't know. I don't want to pull him. Have this bard come back with a ton of shit. I'll just pull this instead. The bard did say though that there is like somebody down there killing the beetles now or whatever, those big ass armored beetles. So we're getting less pulls now, so that's a bust. But it be what it be. I think being in this group will make me do one thing. It's pretty chill because I don't have to, like, you know, do everything all the time. I don't have to stop. I could just stay busy. But I think it'll make me appreciate my shitty solo XP a little bit, though, now. Because the solo XP is not as good as it was. So, and then you know how group XP is. But I think I might be able to pull like 45% solo, maybe, you know? Maybe I can't, and this is fantastic. We'll find out shortly. But it can be pretty slow. See you later, buddy. My cat's taken off. Taken off. I just fed him. It is Mystify. Mystify. Mistlefy. Oof, that's tough. I knew there was an L in there somewhere. Damn, I haven't been in a group in a while. I'm gonna have to find a replacement. Should be relatively easy, pretty much any DPS. I don't have very much responsibilities here. Whoops, sorry. They said hi again, so somebody's been here for quite a while. We have a proper tank. But you can kind of see where it's going. Like, we've been at 93 for like 3 kills now, you know. It takes about 2 to 3 mobs to get a percent, where when I'm soloing, you know, I get at least 1, if not 2% per kill. Obviously, it takes like way longer. But when you're in a group, you can get into certain situations where you have a drought of mobs, which we haven't really had here. But somebody's moving in, they're encroaching on our area, so it could become something. I'm just excited to get through these levels because they're tough. 49 is going to be great, I think. I was trying to remember, is 49 a hell level? Or is it's 51? It goes 45 all the way to 51. Is that right? I don't know how these things slip your mind when it's the same shit that it's been for 30 years. And then like you'll just, I don't know, forget. Paladin and the Ranger fighting for aggro. Anyways, it's been pretty good. Any of you guys leveling up characters and you got them in this range, the mid to late 40s. Pretty decent spot if you're looking for the groupage. I feel like we are kind of running a little bit low on mobs. I mean, we got mobs here. I'm just not the polar, you know? I don't want to step on the polar's toes. Whatever. But I get antsy. I get antsy. We are getting bugs from somewhere, though, so even if somebody is pulling the bugs down there, it looks like we're grabbing some. Oh yeah, I was going to, I wanted to shout out someone who bought me some coffees. I meant to get that ready when I was getting my drink earlier and I had it paused. And I failed to do so. And that's going to go out. Oh man, this is tough. Why didn't I think about this ahead of time? We're just gonna spit it out. Zadarkath. We're gonna go with that. T-Z-A-D-A-R-K-A-T-H. So Zadarkath? Right? Oh, who's this? Knock. The troll. He said he found my videos about monsters and memories. And then he started watching the Quarm ones after that. Hadn't heard about the server before and started playing. He's now level 30 and growing. And he said thanks for pointing him to the server and great content. Thanks, dude. Hell yeah, man. And I told him that's an awesome story. I love to hear that. That's really cool, you know. Monsters and Memories is coming out. In fact, Nick is streaming right now. I've been watching him on the second monitor, muted. He's doing a stream going over some patch notes and stuff. And yeah, we've been playing Monsters and Memories on the channel. We've been doing the alpha stuff. The beta's coming up. The game's coming out in 5 months or less, pretty much. 3 to 5 months. 2 to 5 months. Stupid ass bear. Let's go. Put you on aggressive. Just attack shit. Don't wait for me to tell you. Anywho, and so yeah, so I've been putting out those videos. He saw some of the Monsters and Memories stuff because that's on his radar. Well, so what do you play? If you happen to see this video, I should have asked him that. Damn it. Well, if you happen to see this video, Zadarkath, what were you doing? How did you hear of Monsters and Memories? What other game were you playing, or how did it get on your radar? And if you were playing EverQuest, like what server were you playing, or no matter what game it was, what iteration of it were you playing? Were you playing like Classic WoW? Were you playing Final Fantasy 11 or something? Do tell. I should have asked that. Because that's cool, yeah. Because, you know, most people who I know of Monsters and Memories, they've mostly come from EQ, naturally. But there are a group that's come from Final Fantasy, like 11, and, you know, other games and stuff. People who have just been retired from some games and saw it pop up on their radar. People coming from Pantheon. Some people are coming from World of Warcraft, but most of which are probably not going to enjoy what they're trying to build over there at Monsters and Memories. So I did see a couple of guys who came from World of Warcraft were like asking for like more quests and stuff, and the quests to be more obvious and all this other stuff. And, you know, it puts the devs in a tight spot because, you know, they're trying to say no. Like, oh, we dinged, by the way. Hell yeah. Oh, we didn't get the noise. The devs are trying to say no politely, like that's not what we're going for here. Oops. That's not like, you know, the game that we're going for here. But then, you know, and then people will be like, you have to listen, you know, people who don't listen to their customers or their player base, you know, fail or whatever. And it's like, it's a tight rope to walk, and that's not something I'd ever want to have to deal with. So shout out to all devs out there. It's tough. Anyways, hell yeah. Hell yeah, dude, look at that. Another one for the Quarm army here. Maybe he was playing THJ, you never know. Nah, if you played THJ, you've heard of Quarm. Yeah, so sorry dudes, it's getting late for me. I popped a potion. That was probably ill-advised, to be honest. What do we got? 30 minutes? I'll stick it out. No problems. But drinking a little juice over here. Cheers to the coffee buyer. But my brain's running in slow motion a little bit. We're going to call it here. We're 3% in to our new level of 47. I feel useless now if you do. How am I supposed to get my skills up? Aha. Oh, they're fighting over aggro. That's a good problem to have. Man. I feel like it's only one, right? No, there's two. I'll just go and grab one. Oh, shit. So what's next for us? I don't know what to say to that because we are in a tight spot. So I'm going to try to do my best to get to 49 and then see what's next from there. It's all going to depend on how powerful we feel, how much better we do feel. When we do get the new pet, like I said, we're going to put some weapons on that bad boy. And we're going to hope to just feel stronger. He'll be a higher level, so he won't be such a little bitch. Hopefully we can find some mobs that are weak enough that they don't, like, you know, destroy us too hard. But other than that, not too many power creeps here out. When we are in the 50s, though, the good news is that you get a pet like every... What is it? Every like 2 or 3 levels you get a new pet, so we don't have to wait. Like, we've waited 10 levels for this pet. We got this pet at 39. And we're now 47. So even though we are the Lord of Beasts, that's a long time to go. You know, we've been 8 levels? Yeah, I guess, yeah. With the same dumb pet. So, we gotta go 10 levels before we get a new pet. Seems extreme. As a Lord of Beasts. I understand it for like shamans and maybe even necros. Maybe I understand it for everybody. Except for like Beastlords. You feel like, you know, I don't know. But that's how it works. So, God damn it, get your ass in here. But this is like our last gap, though, right? Because I think we get a new pet at like 51. Maybe? Am I making that up? I don't know. Let's find out. Why not? I don't know why I'm insisting on dragging this on. But let's see here. Spirit of Wind? What is that? Caster's Pet. Ooh, we get a new proc at 51. We get a new haste at 52. Alright, I mean, I must be tripping then. We get a new pet at 54. Okay, so you only have to wait 5 levels, but those are beasts of levels, the 50s. But instead of 10 levels, the gap drops to 5, so that feels pretty good, I guess. And then you get another one at 56, so then only 2 levels later, from 54 to 56. And then you get another one at 58. And that's your... You get one at 58, and then you get one at 60. So our last 3 pets are only 2 levels apart. So we do have one more gap. It's a 5-level gap from 49 to 54. But that's much better than a 10-level gap. That's only half of it. And then it's smooth sailing from there. So hopefully, you know, we get a lot of useful stuff in the 50s. We get chloroplast and some other regen and stuff. We don't have to use the fungi staff anymore, so that'll be nice. That's another fun thing about being in a group is you don't have to use the fungi staff as much. You feel like you have to use it when you're soloing because you have it. Why wouldn't you use it? Yeah, so somebody in the group said that they wish there was more mobs because sometimes we run out of mobs. It has slowed down. I don't know. We're holding 50%, but like I said, when I first got here, we were doing like 78. I think we peaked at. It dropped down pretty fast, though. I mean, pretty much as soon as I started recording, we were in the 60s already, and then it's only dropped from there. But okay, we got our ding. We are 47. I'm just gonna keep at it. There's no shot. I mean, at 50%, it would take me 4 more hours to get to 49. And that's with no hiccups, straight grinding. There's no shot that I'm here for 4 hours. No way. So that's the plan. Maybe, you know, maybe get this group again, though, another day, tomorrow, the next day, or what have you. Get my ass to 49. Get our new spells, and then evaluate what we can do from there. Where do we want to go from there? And find out next time. So I will see you in the next video.